In Greece, all roads lead to the port of Athens, Piraeus. Athens and Piraeus form a single urban strip, an agglomeration of 4 million inhabitants. This port, one of the biggest in the Mediterranean basin, is the economic engine of this maritime country. From the early hours, the activity here is relentless. The quaysides still have the same contours as in antiquity. The Zea Marina is a chic mooring where the yachts of millionaires tie up. And the best spots are those of the Greek shipping magnates. One of the barons of the oceans, Nikos Vernikos, welcomes us aboard his luxurious 25-meter sailing boat. Behind the sleek lines of the Aphrodite lies a long line of ship owners.
Hello. How's it going, Captain? Everything okay?
Fine, thanks.
My family has long been involved with boats, since my great-grandfather left the island of Sifnos for Constantinople around 1850, and his first job was rowing small wooden boats from one shore of the Bosphorus to the other to transport goods and people. That's the great-grandfather Emmanuel Vernikos, 1835-1915. My grandfather took things further with sail and steamboats. Here he is with his wife and his children. The 4 of his 8 children who were boys came to Greece and expanded the business even further.
The 4th generation is continuing this expansion. Greek ship owners are always at the forefront of the world's merchant navy fleet. Greek shipping transports 15% of global merchandise. Nikos Vernikos runs one of the country's main tug companies. They're small boats operating in a limited area, but generating big profits.
Go on. Throw it.
Nikos Vernikos takes us on board one of his tugs. He wants to share his vision of Piraeus with us.
How are you? Good to see you. So how are things in your kingdom?
He's the king.
Of course. We're fortunate to have our offices just over there. There where you see the flags, the Greek flag. That is the Aktimiaouli Quay. It's the Wall Street of the Merchant Marine. On this strip, you have the headquarters of the biggest Greek maritime companies, the offices which run the biggest fleet in the world. Risk-taking is in the blood of every businessman. But the Greeks have a taste for risk at sea more than anyone else. The more you risk, the more you earn.
Like other Greek ship owners, Nikos Vernikos benefits from a very advantageous tax system. Their companies are not taxed on their profits.
Now we're leaving the port of Piraeus. That will allow us to see from a distance the area of the port that's being managed by the Chinese company COSCO. Thanks to the investments the Chinese have made, Piraeus is now the fastest growing commercial port in the world.
Do you benefit personally from the presence of the Chinese?
Of course. Since the Chinese have attracted more ships, there are more ships that need tugs.
For 5 years, the Chinese flag has flown over 2 of the 3 container terminals of Piraeus. Since the Greek state was short of cash flow, it granted the exploitation rights for 35 years to the Chinese company COSCO. The lights of the port of Piraeus continue to attract those who have been torn from their homeland. Piraeus, the port of arrival for expats. Piraeus, port of departure for far-flung islands, islands peopled by sailors and fishermen. To the east, 14 hours away, lies Kalymnos, one of the 12 islands of the Dodecanese archipelago. Apart from this green strip, which is home to mandarin trees, nothing grows on this mountainous limestone isle. The people of Kalymnos have thus always depended on fishing. Since the 19th century, Kalymnos has earned its survival and a worldwide reputation from the depths of the ocean. Here, men dive for sponges.
Hello. Have you got anything?
I've got some sea bream.
Give me some, just for one meal. I fish for sponges, not fish. So I have to buy fish.
I'll give you a couple more.
Great, thanks. Our situation is difficult because there is a disease which is destroying the sponges. But I'm not stopping. I'm not giving in. I struggle every day.
Pandelis Yorgatis is one of the last sponge divers on the island. Since a disease has decimated the sponge population, most of the men have switched to fish and octopus. But Pandelis is sticking to his guns. Tomorrow, he'll head to sea for at least 1 month.
Hello, Captain. Show us what you can do. Go on. Move your foot forward. Bravo.
Bravo, capitano, bravo.
Let's go and have some coffee. We'll look at the boat and I'll take you back. Come on, let's go.
Like Pandelis and his father, all the men in the family have fished for sponges for the past 4 generations.
My father likes to come here to see the boats, the sea, because he did this job his whole life. You're still the captain.
Where do you expect me to go?
You're fine there while I clean the filter.
12 years ago, while fishing for sponges, Pandelis was the victim of a serious decompression accident. He will never regain the normal use of his legs, but he still dives.
Unscrew it. The bottom part, with your hand.
For months, numerous repairs on the boat have stopped Pandelis from going out to sea.
It's time he left.
Oh, you're right. It's long overdue.
He hasn't done anything for weeks. Who's going to provide food for us?
Yes, you're right.
On Kalymnos, every family of sponge fishermen has experienced a diving accident.
Come on, Captain, let's get a coffee at Michalis' place.
In the village, tributes to the heroes of the sea line the walls of the taverns.
Look at this photo. You know who it is? Don't you recognize anyone?
I can't see very well. Ah, that's me.
Finally, he recognized himself.
Hey, oh, the sponges. I can never forget those days.
My older brother and I chose the same trade as my father. My brother died doing it 15 years ago. He was 42.
I didn't want my son to do the same job as me, but I couldn't stop them.
Diving is like a drug. I lost my legs, I lost my brother, and yet, whether it's raining or windy, I dive whenever I can. I can't do without it.
For Pandelis, sponge diving is a matter of tradition and passion. On Kalymnos, Pandelis is not the only person who thinks the sponge has a future, because whatever is rare becomes expensive. Manolis Makrilos is one of the traders to whom Pandelis will sell his sponges when he returns.
You have to trim them very carefully and as little as possible, because the sponge is really a valuable object. But I also have to cut the sponges without any flaws, because it is the little sponges that sell. Put that away and pass me the basket.
Manolis' business is flourishing. The sponge has become a refined object that is highly prized on the global luxury goods market, especially in China.
That's a sponge from the Caribbean. And that one here, this one, is from the Mediterranean. I remember an old captain. He told me once that if you put them side to side, Greek sponges will be ashamed that they're called sponges, and so they'll run away.
As a child, Manolis dreamed of becoming a sponge fisherman, but his father said, "You will never do that work of the damned."
Be on your way, Nicholas.
Have a good journey, Dad.
Take care of yourself.
Yes, Dad.
Alexandros, the eldest son of Pandelis, is going with him on this fishing expedition. He's completing his studies as a marine mechanic.
Bye, Dad. When Dad's at sea, I always think of him each time I see the sea. But I'm always afraid that he'll have a problem.
Go straight ahead.
Yes, I'm following the bearing.
They set their course for the fishing grounds that Pandelis has identified over the past 25 years.
These days, everything is recorded on computers, but I've had all that in my head for a long time. I know where the sponges are. I've been diving for so long, I could even tell you how many rocks there are in the whole Aegean Sea. I'll dive here. Drop the anchor.
On board, Pandelis keeps a skandalopetra. That's the stone which divers like his father used to use.
As soon as they spotted a sponge, they jumped in, holding the stone, like this. It was tied to a rope that someone on the boat was holding. As soon as the sponge was cut away, they had to be pulled up quickly, because they dived with no breathing apparatus. Alex, the air tube, so I can go. My son has been helping me since he was 12 or 13. The oxygen tube, the air pressure, that's all in his hands. And he has an eagle eye. Mind the air.
Yes, Dad.
For me, it's the best moment in life. I'm doing what I love. In the water, I forget that my legs are dead. The sea is my passion. I've spent half my life underwater. I've become a fish.
The sponge is not a plant. It's a marine animal equipped with a nervous system. Underwater, sponges are naturally covered with a black membrane. Of the 10,000 species of sponge, only 5 have any commercial value, so Pandelis has to keep looking. Pandelis keeps at it for an hour and a half. He gathers anything that can sell.
One, two, three. Oh, damn legs. Oh boy, what are you going to do? The sponges were all dead.
They're dead. Come on, let's go.
Everything's burnt. Look, I took this sponge to show you how the disease has burnt it. Devoured it. It's decomposing. When life goes out of the sponge, my job dies with it. It's maybe due to global warming, because sponges cannot tolerate warmth. I can't do anything with this. And what's more, it stinks.
At the next port, Pandelis will sell these big Mediterranean mother of pearls, a sort of giant mussel, along with the urchins that he's gathered.
Oh, my ears. Sponge fishermen have always played this song to give themselves courage. It's really typical of Kalymnos. It's our song, that of the sponge divers.
This melody is a sad Greek folk song in which the singer tells how he's thinking about death and how he'll live in a world of seaweed with the ocean as a roof. After his first disappointing dive, Pandelis makes another attempt.
I dive to 60, 70, 75 meters, and that's fine. But I won't go as far as 80 meters anymore. It's too deep. I can no longer breathe. And if I panic and I move too quickly, I'm dead.
At a depth of 45 meters, the sponges are too small for Pandelis to gather them, so he decides to descend further.
His life depends on me, the person who is in the boat. If I make a mistake or if a boat passes that I don't see coming and it cuts the air tube, he'll drown. It's a strange job. My father already had an accident. He killed my uncle. It's not for me.
It was a good dive.
According to you, all dives are good.
Is that a good-sized sponge?
Yes, that's a good sponge. It's a moderate size, but it's a nice sponge. In the days before the disease, the boat was completely full after only 2 or 3 dives. When I had the accident, my wife was 6 months pregnant. The doctor told me, "It's over for you. Forget it. You'll never walk again." I said to him, "I'll walk before my son." I live on an island in Greece. How could I not love the sea and not live with the sea?
Vangelis is not ready to give up the depths. He vows he will never stop sponge diving, nor leave his island life.